Ladies and gentlemen, nobody wants a drag braid. Smileys, welcome back to my YouTube. Today's video, I'm gonna be using my tripod. Alright, so we got our doll head or whatever. I'm gonna show y'all how to do the 2 Dutch braids. If it's curly, you might want to spray with leave-in conditioner, but if it's straight, you could just like so. Conditioner, which is what I'm going to do. Is part your hair to your desired part. So place it on my hand. You don't have to, you can place it on the doll head already. I like to have some on my hand, so I'm gonna saturate the hair, the outlines. Grab a brush like this, and I'll just so now that you have it centered out into the center, combed out to the way you want the braid to fall out, you start braiding. So everybody has trouble starting, so I'm gonna get close for this one. Bring it down a little bit. So to start, you want to have a size you can manage with. My fingers are fat. Y'all see that? So I'm gonna go in a little triangle like so, like that. Just making sure I have enough hair to manage with my finger. This, like, as soon as you start practicing with bigger sections, you could go in with smaller sections. Or if you start practicing with smaller sections, if you want to do a little bit smaller, you just grab half of that, like so, and you grab this one. You could always start over. Now the point is, can you manage to start over? This one is not my favorite one. I like the orange one, but I feel like this one has like a black residue. Like after it's placed on your hair, it leaves your hair black, and I don't like it. So this is a doll head. I'm gonna use this one, the Let's Jam. For some people it works. It works flawlessly, it looks good. For me, not a fan. So I put some on my hand. If you can, or you could just saturate it before you do it, but I like to do it while I'm going along just to control those little tiny frizzes, like so. So I'm going to grab this little triangle, saturate it like so. Then I'm going to divide it into 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. Now, some people use all fingers, like me. Some people just use 1 under. Now, if you're doing French, then you go over. But I'm going under. I do it like 1 or 2 times. I grab my comb and section the hair like so. And I grab and place the hair under. And I go on the other side and I just do the same thing. So, section, that's section. So, then I go 1 time. Going in, then grabbing another section. Now, depending how big you want it, that's how big your section goes. You should already be placing it into your hands and getting ready to put the one that's on top underneath. And the one that's bottom. And now, as you can see, I'm still braiding under. And I'm gonna keep braiding until there's no more hair left. To clean up the sides, you could either spray it down so I just use the Gatsby spray and just like so, and then loosen it if you want to. This is not the braid for it, but it looks good. Good techniques, tight. At the beginning, this is why this half is what you shouldn't do. Okay, so as I was braiding, I kept grabbing sections. Now, if you want it to be full like this and thick, luscious, with no space in between the braid, keep braiding until you're able to reach it. Don't start grabbing the braid, because then your braids start to drag. Right here, there could have been like 3 braids gone into it, but since I was focusing on grabbing hair, my braids began to drag down, and it looks to like very thick braids when it could have been very tight, beautiful, full braids like so. I'm going to go in 3 strand, 1, 2, 3. Look, okay. This is what I mean. Don't drag, okay? So, here's a good way to not drag your braids. So, now, how was your posture? Is it up like this? Good. Now, once it's up like this, braid with your hands up. Don't bring it down like this, because then your braid goes down like this. Okay? You want to braid up. Keeping that hand posture up. Grabbing little by little hair. If you need assistance, grab a comb. It's always okay to grab a comb, especially with neat sections. Especially people who like their braids really noticeable, like where you pick that hair up from. Yup, them people right there. Yup. So you just keep going and braiding. Pick up little by little, especially if you're a beginner. You don't want to go and pick up so much hair and lose yourself. Just grab a little tiny bit of hair. This is a tight braid, not grabbing too much. See, you can see this spaced out, but you can still see kind of where I sectioned it, but it's not so spaced out like this one. This is a dragged Dutch braid. This is dragged. You don't want a dragged Dutch braid. You want a nice done Dutch braid. We don't want braid. Sorry. So you have to tuck these bubbles. Okay, so what I do is just go in like so. Boom. One bubble seal. So it's kind of like the frizz thing. Just push it in like so. Look at that. So this is the beautiful side. Okay, these little strands are actually from her haircut, but this is the dragged braid. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody wants a dragged braid. We don't want this. Sus, please don't do this to my hair. I don't want no dragged braid. No, this is drag. You're dragging the braid from here to here with 3 braids. You're pulling too much for it to be looking like this. No. Take your time. Go slow. Take your time. So that is for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!